I really love lemons in dessert, and today I'm going to try to make a lemon ricotta ice cream. I'm sort of making up the recipe on the fly, but I think it should be pretty simple. The first step is to remove some of the zest and juice the lemons.
I'm using the zest of 1 lemon and the juice from 3, and it comes out to about 100 grams of juice.
I'm going to make a custard base because I think it goes well with lemon, and I'm going to use 5 egg yolks.
For the base, I'm using 3/4 of a cup of whole milk, 1 3/4 cups of whipping cream, and adding 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. I'm measuring 150 grams or 3/4 of a cup of sugar and adding it to the lemon zest and squeezing it a bit to help release the citrus oils. The sugar is then added to the egg yolks and whisked.
Alright, now to the milk and cream I'm going to add just a pinch of salt and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then the lemon juice. And I'm measuring out a hefty cup of ricotta that I'm going to add later on. And before I make the custard, I'm preparing an ice bath so I can cool it down quickly. And now to make the custard.
I heat the liquid to about 150 degrees and then slowly add a couple cups to the yolks to temper them, whisking the whole time. Then it's returned to the pot. I heat it until it begins to thicken and approaches 175 degrees. Any hotter and you'll risk curdling the eggs. As soon as it's ready, I immediately strain it into a bowl submerged in the ice bath and add the cup of cold ricotta to help quickly cool it down. Once it's fully incorporated, it goes into the refrigerator to cool for a few hours.
And while the ice cream is chilling, I'm going to make some cones, and I had the idea to make a cannoli-shaped cone, but obviously an ice cream cone needs to be sealed at one end, so I think I have a technique that I'm going to try so that it won't leak out at the bottom. The recipe I'm using for the cones is Jenny's ice cream recipe. You can find it anywhere online, and it seems to be one of the most popular ones. We start with egg whites, heavy whipping cream, and now whisk to combine. Now I'll add the sugar, salt, vanilla extract, and almond extract. Now whisk for about a minute. Now we add melted butter and whisk that in, and finally flour. And you want to whisk this just until it's smooth and there are no clumps. So the idea that I have is to create a small cap on one end. Oh, and that broke. All right, we're just gonna make regular cones.
The key to forming a cone without a hole at the bottom is to fold over the edge before you roll it, and it should be sealed and safe from drips. And now it's time to churn the ice cream.
Okay, well, halfway through the churn, I realized that I wanted to add something to the ice cream just to give it a little bit more depth. And I had some leftover milk chocolate magic swirl from a previous recipe. So I figured I would just pour it in and make a stracciatella, which is basically just chocolate chips. And because I feel like this is more than enough ice cream to fill the number of cones that I made, I'm just gonna put the rest in a container. The cones need to be upright when you pipe in the ice cream and while they freeze, so I'm just using these popsicle molds. And I'm gonna add a little bit of chocolate in the bottom for that last delicious bite. And these go into the freezer to set for a few hours. And the rest of the ice cream just goes into the container. And once this sets, I'll scoop it into little balls to put on top of the cones so that it has that nice rounded effect. All right, see you in a bit. And now it's finally time to enjoy all the work that was put into this. I am so excited. I really think this is going to be so delicious. Cheers. And it is so delicious. First off, you get the taste of the chocolate. There's a nice thick coating on the outside, and inside is the bright lemon and ricotta flavor. It's just magnificent. The lemon and chocolate go really well together. You might not think it does, but it's a really nice pairing. And as it finishes off, you get more of the chocolate flavor from the Straciatella. It's just a really nice, well-rounded ice cream cone. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. I love this flavor. I will make it again, and I suggest that you do as well. All right, well, I hope you're having a wonderful day.